The Dragon Quest creator isn't happy with the censorship of Dragon Quest 3 and HD2 Remake. Earlier this year at the Nintendo Direct, where this was announced and no one was really expecting it, everyone was fucking stoked. Like, holy shit, here we go. Here we go! It didn't take long for a lot of the hype to die quickly when we all saw what was going on and how it was being censored, which is just, obviously, for obvious reasons, a fucking terrible thing.
That's terrible.
But one thing that really pissed people off, and rightfully fucking so, is it's Toriyama's art. He died this year.
Yep.
And now you're changing it.
Yep.
That was never gonna fucking go down well. In a new interview at Tokyo Game Show, it was revealed that Dragon Quest creator Yuji Horii isn't happy about the censorship, among other changes being made to the remake. In the interview, was held with both former Shonen Jump editor-in-chief, I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher these names, Kojiko Toshiyama, and Dragon Quest creator Yuji Horii, talking up with the game with the Japanese outlet Franco Gamer. That sounds Italian to me.
Let me handle this. Scusi, Babidi-boopy? Che cosa? What are you doing? Speaking Italian.
Of the topic of costume censorship was brought up, and both revealed that they were unhappy with the changes. So we have some quotes here. There are so many restrictions for exposed skin, Hijori said when the censorship was brought up. The interviewer, a woman, replied by saying, "It's fiction. I think it's fine that you just go back to the story and become the main character." Both the interviewer and Hoji then questioned why the original costumes were a concern, and the interviewer then said, "It's fiction, it's fictional experience, so as long as it's enjoyable, it's fine."
This is fine.
It's like, yes, it's not real. Stop stressing so much. Hoji then followed up by noting, if there's more exposure, the age rating has to go up. That means we can't sell it for all ages. Another male interviewer noted rules vary by the country when trying to sell globally. The issue of compliance comes up with the strictest regulations, to which the other female interviewer said, quote, "We never thought about this in the past." That's an interesting part. Do you know what that means? Once you start selling to foreign markets, all of a sudden it becomes a problem. So Toshima then replied with, "Compliance is like an all-powerful god. It's something that is using the name of good, but is actually bad. It's impossible for every single person doesn't feel uncomfortable. It's fine to feel uncomfortable. Beautiful and ugly, good and evil, it depends on the person." They're spitting hot fire here.
Yeah, boy.
It's fine as long as they don't do what they're not allowed to do. In Western countries, there's a root of thinking based on religion and influences their sex education, right? Their attitude is compliance, and it's really narrow-minded. So basically they said the Western market has fucked it. Not so much the people, but the powers that be. I think the vast majority of players in the Western markets want the fucking way it was made.
You're goddamn right.
And I think that goes for everything.
They coming
Whether it's
after
a movie, a book, a game, whatever it is. It's the fucking powers that be that go, no, we have to change it. And they seem to think over there that, okay, we have to change it because these Westerners are all fucking stupid over there, so we've got to change it.
And look at what that did to filmmaking in the West when we were trying to pander to China.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. Toshima also discussed selling manga in the West. When selling manga in America and the West, everything had to be categorized by age groups. With Shonen Jump, they couldn't be sold unless they were rated 13 and older because there's a risk of lawsuits that need to have insurance. That's fucking bizarre, isn't it?
How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre.
Doing business with a ridiculous country like this is such a hassle. Woo, man!
But
taking shots at America. You fucking Americans!
the thing is, like, I know, it's probably like rules and stuff. I don't know, right? But doesn't Wukong in a way just go, yeah, if you make a good game, like you don't have to pander to like a certain audience. Like if you just make a good game, it's gonna sell well. Like it sold well here as well. That's the thing, and in China. So just if y'all just respected it, right, and then I think it would sell a lot better.
The issue specifically in this case is because, I mean, Dragon's Quest is fucking beloved.
Yeah, yeah.
But also, like, I think he's alluding kind of to like, well, these age ratings are stupid, right? You don't need.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be age ratings. I completely fucking disagree. Okay. No, I don't want 10-year-olds reading Berserk. All right, like that's a bad idea. All right, they're not going to be able to understand the fucking. Berserk is a great story, but I don't think a 13-year-old's going to be able to fully comprehend. Maybe a 13-year-old, but not a 10-year-old, right? That's the thing. These age ratings are there for a reason. Now, is it sometimes bullshit? Yes. Yeah, and it's a system that needs to be fixed, but it's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. No, it doesn't make any sense.
But in that case, though, and again, it's very hard to say because you're dealing with multiple different countries here. If that was the case, if that meant the age rating of the game had to go up, I think people would have preferred that as opposed to changes.
Shut up and take my money.
Dude, any kid that would buy it would just ask their fucking parent, or the EB Games person probably wouldn't give two fucks and just sell it to you anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know they're a bit more strict nowadays on that, but you ask, like, dude.
Well, most kids just go through the eShop and they just have their parents' credit card already.
Yeah.
We were all playing GTA long before we should have been.
My question is, when he's saying like the religious, going up about the religious people, it's kind of crazy that we've become more puritanical in the West as people have abandoned religion, and puritanical in the sense of censorship. Granted, in Mortal Kombat 11, you could have a bunch of dudes in loincloths rolling around, but every like Jade was basically wearing a burqa.
Mazza loves dudes in
My problem with the age rating, and I guess this is where it becomes very subjective, is talking about how a lot of Shonen Jump is 13 and older. I disagree with that.
That's fair.
It's not that bad. I mean, you see worse on The Simpsons.
Like what? It's a secret. Shut up.
Dude, I was at the comic shop yesterday, and they had a whole bunch of Wolverine comics with the slips over saying intended for mature audiences, and like there were just people in there with their kids, like, "Hey, do you want a Wolverine comic?" And they're just picking them up, like not even bothering to read that.
Something like Killing Joke is absolutely not for fucking kids.
No,
no fucking way. That's sadistic, the shit that happens on that. That's what makes it great.
I don't think kids are going to be able to grasp Alan Moore's writing anyway. So,
but yeah, and I mean, Dragon Ball Z, they throw hands, but it's fucking pretty cartoony.
Yeah. I mean, again, it comes up to parents need to parent. And so if a parent says, "Hey, Dragon Quest, yes, it's rated a little bit more, but you're fine," right? That's the thing. If you eliminate all these fucking ratings, if you're like, "Well, the system doesn't work properly, bye-bye system completely," then you're gonna get kids who are gonna be like, "What's this? Alan Moore's Killing Joke? Oh, wow, that Joker guy!" Like,
I'm aware,
and they're not gonna be able to understand anything that happens in it. The morals, they're also gonna get freaked the fuck out. They're gonna see something that scares the shit out of them, and it's gonna actually, fuck with their head.
Hi.
There's a reason why, there's certain horror films you just don't show kids. You just don't. Halloween probably can show them that, but you're not gonna be showing them fucking Saw 4.
Jaws 3.
Where we at?
Jaws 3. They go to SeaWorld.
Later in the interview, the controversial change to remove gendered language from the remake was brought up, in which the game removed male and female pronouns and replaced them with appearance A and appearance B. In Dragon Quest, you used to be able to choose between a male and female protagonist, but now you can't choose between a man and a woman anymore. Hori added, "We have to call them Type 1 and Type 2. I truly wonder who is even complaining about this." Yeah, that's a good fucking question. That's a good question. And I think that's a question everyone's been asking for a long fucking time.
You got to wonder, like, what happens to the people that do have those issues, have to take a shit in a restaurant?
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
Blah, blah. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Look, a lot of this does come down to like personal morals and shit, but I think the vast majority of it, people will agree with what's being said here, saying like, it's a fucking video game. Don't overthink it. If maybe back in the day we could get away with some more of this shit, but you were never going to win with this one, ultimately, because one, it's beloved. People want to play it the way they remember it, and two, it's Toriyama's art, and he fucking died this year. That's like one of the most beloved men in the world.